Eli football was finished here. Palace 1, Brighton 1. Another home draw. 1 win in 11. 10 and 2 halves.
You tell me.
Thoughts on the game?
I think it's a point gained and not 2 lost, which I think may be a little bit of a controversial opinion, because if you just look at the record and you see actually how we played today and how Brighton played, I think that we definitely had the better chances, but overall they were the better team. And I think that their manager showed the reason why currently Brighton are doing much better than we are, because he will make a doubles change at half time. He will change the whole formation and the whole setup of the team just to get a result. And granted, Welbeck's goal was, I guess you could say, a lucky header, but my God, was it a good finish. But, you know, I think that we definitely asked some good questions. I think that when we went forwards, we actually committed forwards. I'm very happy with what I've seen. Good performances against Liverpool, City and Brighton now. 2 points in those games when we think we get 0-0 and 0. So we're actually doing pretty well. I think that after these couple of performances, I think Hodgson's earned himself the job till the end of the year.
That might actually be another controversial statement there, but what is this? What is it with us and taking the lead and just sitting back? Like, yes, Brighton, very decent pass inside, but I feel like we invited too much pressure. I think it was just way too deep.
I feel like we scored at the right time and the wrong time at the same time, because scoring right on half time, perfect, but we only just got our momentum right at the end of that half. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but there were like 5-minute spells, like twice in that first half, where we were actually camping them outside their box, passing it around. Second half started, we were straight down their end, put some crosses in, looking good. But then after we couldn't get that crucial ball through, we then started to sit off, we backed off, and what they done was they took off one of their wingers and put another winger on, and then they took off their DM and put another striker on. And inherently,
we couldn't cope with that.
We can't cope with a 2 up front team, and with Welbeck and Pedro both up front together, you know, it's we couldn't struggle. We struggled. But I will have to say that in the first half, Hodgson had a nice little new tactic that I've seen. It was sort of like a roaming free in the centre-back. All 3 of them were switching places, which I was actually very happy with. I think that I know that Richards ain't a DM, but when we was doing that in the first 20 minutes, I thought it was working. But ever since then, didn't do that again, and then Richards just sort of fell off a cliff. Got booked stupidly, I have to say. Few yellow cards for us were a bit questionable, but you know, I still think that it's a point gained and not 2 lost.
Actually, you make a point. Do you think those yellow cards, because we've got, I think, 3 yellow cards in the space of about 5 minutes or so.
That's why Hodgson had to make the subs he did.
Yeah, and do you think it also had played on the player's mind as well? Because obviously recent sending offs.
Yeah, definitely.
Just weren't challenging or combating.
Definitely. I noticed that when Mateta was running back chasing Gilmore, and Gilmore had a little bit of one of them, everyone looked around at the ref thinking, oh my God, Mateta's going to get sent off because of what happened the other week with Ayew. But I have to say, with a substitution, Ozo has to start now.
He was good. He was good again.
He is comfortable, and I feel like he does not look out of place in that midfield in the first team. Probably the hardest game to come into, you know.
And even on that, like, he can hold this centre mid, and it allowed Lerma to get forward.
Yeah, and I think I have to talk about a substitution. I think potentially controversial again. I think that taking off Ayew for Ez was not the wrong move. I think it was the right move, because I'll tell you this: if Eze didn't take a touch and hit it first time, if Eze didn't put that ball back into the danger area, and if he actually looked bothered to run with the ball and he was fit, we're probably sitting here going, Eze won us the game. But because he wasn't fit, he took a touch, made bad decisions, he lost us this game. I wouldn't say lost us, but he lost us 2 points. Yeah. But coming into this game, if you told me we were getting a draw, I'm taking it.
I mean, I would have kept Ayew on personally. I don't care how tired he is. He's buying fouls in the last couple of minutes, and so he's so good at that. But it was one of the match.
I want to say JP. I'm not going to lie to you. I think that he had a very good game, very strong. Some of the touches where at least they pinged it into him. He opened his body up and took Duncan and their left back out in one touch. But special shout outs to Klein again. Great performance. Ozo again, great performance. And Michael Elise for just getting us up the pitch. He was our only outlet today. Looked tired as hell by the end of it, but my man of match today is JP. You're welcome, James.
JC up the Palace.